Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, June 24th. We have a ton of action today. World Cup, which I'm watching now in the corner. MLB, a full MLB slate tonight. So I'm going to hop right in, picks, plays, everything you need to know for all of that tonight. And I also have a little bit of PGA stuff for this weekend. Five bets that I like for this weekend. So I'm going to hop into that over on Twitter. If you aren't sub to the YouTube, hit the like button. I will be live Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week with picks and plays for that day. So hop on over to the YouTube, hit the sub. But let's get right into it. So I'll start with the World Cup because that's coming up the quickest here. I do have Switzerland today, who's playing right now. So I do have them beating Canada today. That's the first play, but that's already underway. So I'll move on. The later games tonight, there's 6 games today. I just picked out the three best, or my 3 favorite for tonight. I do have Morocco minus 1.5. Haiti has not scored a goal in the World Cup in their first 2 matches. Honestly, I don't know if they'll score at all. Morocco beat Switzerland and drew Brazil. They're definitely better competition than what Haiti has, than what Haiti is essentially. But Morocco heavy favorite. I expect them to win 2-3-0. I wouldn't be surprised at either of those scores for the Morocco-Haiti game. And then Mexico tonight, I do have them money line. They have yet to allow a goal in the World Cup, which I just absolutely love. They have a chance to win the group tonight in their match tonight, and they probably have they have a big edge over Czechia. They've scored 2 goals total in this World Cup. Mexico hasn't given up a goal, so I like Mexico tonight. I did parlay that together for a little World Cup parlay. 20 wins 56. It's just Morocco minus 1.5, and then Mexico straight up to win their match today. Data's right there. But that's what I like for tonight. The Morocco match will start 6 p.m. Eastern, Mexico 9 p.m. Eastern, so a little bit late, but I do like both of those plays for tonight. That's as far as the World Cup. Now, if we hop over here to DraftKings, let's see this one. I believe Morocco's favored by 2.5 goals. I just bumped it down, but 96% of the bets are on Morocco. I do expect them to win this one. And then for the Mexico game, it also will be home field advantage for Mexico, which is a big advantage we've seen in this World Cup. 92% of the bets on them to win straight up. And I just think they have the better squad. Like you can see, top 5 players here to score a goal are all for Mexico. So I like them to win straight up in tonight's match. And then let's move on to some MLB plays for today. I have a bunch of stuff going on in the MLB. I do have the Red Sox to win straight up today. They're up 3-0 right now, so that looks solid, or looks to be solid right there. Let me find... Well, start with this. So over on the other Twitter page, the Nolan Klein Bets HQ page, I'm just putting out one bet a day. Phillies Nationals over 9.5. It's minus 114. Nola and Miles Michaelis are both on the bump tonight. They both have over 5.45 ERA on the season, so their lineups can hit, and these pitchers can definitely give up a chunk of runs in their starts. So that's what I like. Straight play I like for tonight in the Nationals-Phillies game. And then I do have the home run bet in that game as well. I'm taking James Wood tonight. I was going to take CJ Abrams, but he is dealing with some type of injury. So I'm going with James Wood. He's got 20 homers on the season. We've still been really hot, up 182 over the last 2 weeks, essentially. He's got 20 home runs on the season. 15 have come against righties. Nola is obviously a righty, and he definitely makes some mistakes. He's given up 2 home runs in back-to-back games, so I like that play for tonight. James Wood plus 312 for a home run. I think that's a solid bet for tonight. We do have hit rates as always, pitcher strikeouts. If you haven't checked those out, you can check those out right here, or over on Twitter. But just a couple guys who have hit over a certain amount of strikeouts in their past starts. It's nice for a little parlay if you want to throw something together there. And then I got a bunch of straight plays for tonight. If we can find any of those. All right, we'll start right here. 3-player props I like for today/tonight. Start with an early one. I think this game's actually delayed, but I did have Travis Bazzana over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs for today's game. He's been tearing it up recently. He's batting .417 over his last 7 games, 25 hits plus runs plus RBIs in that stretch. He's been a solid leadoff hitter for the Guardians. So I think that's a solid play tonight. He also hits much better against right-handed pitching. I think this Cleveland lineup does in general. They get Eric Fedde today, or we're supposed to get Eric Fedde today. That's a good, solid matchup for Bazzana there. And then going back to this Nationals-Phillies game, I've taken Harper over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs tonight. Harper's also on a heater right now. 11 hits in his last 7 games. He's got 2 home runs in that stretch, and Miles Mikolas has been bad. It's a really good matchup for Harper, obviously right-handed pitcher, but 5.47 ERA through 16 starts this year. And just with Harper against right-handers, especially this year, I think that's a solid matchup for him tonight. Over under is 9.5 in this game. I expect a lot of hits, a lot of runs there in Washington. And then last one of the night, Brian Wu over 4.5 Ks. He hasn't been as effective as last year. He had a stellar year last year, but still 88 strikeouts through 89 innings this season. He's been super effective. ERA is 3.94, so keeping it under 4. And it's a pretty good matchup today against the Pirates. They're 3rd worst in strikeouts per game. They average 9.24 per game. So he just struck out Baltimore 9 times in his last outing. I think 5 is a pretty reasonable number there for Brian Wu. And then for that parlay, I did put Harper with Wu tonight. I think it's a relatively safe play. 20 wins 44, so kind of double your money there. But I like those 2 for tonight, so I'm pairing those guys up for the game tonight. And then a couple straight plays. I've got the Red Sox, which I already talked about. But I expected them to dominate the Rockies. Ranger Suarez on the mound for Boston, obviously better pitcher. I'm still kind of fading Kyle Freeland. He's been so bad for the Rockies this year. 7.36 ERA over 66 innings. I honestly feel like most teams probably would have cut him by now, but he's been there so long that I guess they're just riding it out with Kyle Freeland. But if I were the Rockies, I'd consider cutting him. It just really is doing a lot more harm than help for the Rockies this year. And then moving on, Seattle. I am going to take Seattle on the money line tonight. It's a definitely a tough matchup. Pittsburgh has a decent offense this year, but Wu has been really well so far this year. ERA under 4, like I previously mentioned. And then Pittsburgh strikes out a ton. So I expect a ton of strikeouts for Wu. I expect the Mariners to probably win this one in a lower scoring affair tonight in Pittsburgh. But I lean Seattle. I just like their offense, and I like Wu a little better than Ashcraft, who has been good himself this year for Pittsburgh. But 52% of the bets are on Seattle money line. This is definitely an evenly bet, pretty even matchup. So it should be interesting. It's good odds, and I like the hitters for Seattle a little more than Pittsburgh. So yeah, I'm rocking with Seattle tonight against the Pirates. And then if we go back over here, another tough matchup, but Detroit Tigers money line. Yankees are tough, but Tarek Skubal is on the mound for Detroit. Since coming back from the IL, he's been pretty effective. He's definitely settled in a little bit more, and this game is at home, which I do like for the Tigers and Skubal. I'm curious to see. So Detroit's slightly favored in this one, but yeah, still 42% of the bets on the Yankees tonight, but 58% on Detroit. I expect Detroit to win this one in a low scoring match, or low scoring game, I should say. Geez, I'm so used to the World Cup. But I just think they're overall better, especially without Judge in that Yankees lineup. I think Detroit has just the overall better lineup. And then obviously Skubal has been, Skubal's Cy Young type guy when he's on. So I like that. But good start to the day with the Red Sox here, beating Colorado. Hopefully that one holds. And then the two later matchups. I did kind of combine that for the money line parlay tonight. Pretty good odds too on this one. I got 20 to win 66. Detroit and Seattle paired up. So I feel like for just two teams to win, these are pretty good odds and a pretty good return. So I'm going to pair those up for the games tonight. And then last but not least, I got some PGA plays. Travelers Championship is this weekend, signature event, limited field, and it should be fun. I feel like I found some really nice plays, sneaky plays for this weekend, and 4 are plus money. So we'll get to all those right now. First one I have is Brian Harman. He is not a huge standout on tour currently, but top 20 plus 190 I found. He's finished top 10 5 straight years at this tournament. It's played at the same course, TPC River Highlands. So he obviously likes this course. Accuracy is great. He's got pretty strong iron play as well. And he did perform okay at the U.S. Open. I think he finished like in the 30s somewhere. But Brian Harman to finish top 20 is plus 190. So I do like that for this weekend. Also, Xander Schauffele, I'm going to go top 20 as well. He's minus 155, so you have to pay a little bit for this one. But Schauffele has a pretty strong track record at this course. He won in 2022, finished top 20 in each of the past 3 years. So solid player on tour, solid player in big-time tournaments. So I like Schauffele top 20 at minus 155 there for this weekend. Keegan Bradley, kind of a surprise there too, I'm sure, but top 20 finish plus 156. He kind of owns this tournament. He's won it 2 of the past 3 years. He won it in 2023 and then last year, so he is the defending champ. He's also 4th in strokes gained at this tournament in the last 5 years combined. And that's from all active golfers. So it's definitely volatile. I believe in 2024 he might have missed the cut. So there's definitely some volatility there with Bradley. But at plus 156, I think it's a good straight play to take for the Travelers this weekend. And then also I got two more for top 10. Taking Tommy Fleetwood to finish top 10. Pretty good odds here, plus 178. He kind of finally broke through last year, finishing tied for second. And he's kind of been hovering in the teens for the past 5 or so years. He's got a pretty good track record at this course. And I think top 10 is very doable for Tommy Fleetwood. He's only plus 1750 to win the whole tournament. So I like Tommy Fleetwood top 20 or top 10, for this weekend at the Travelers. And then last one, pretty good juice here. Patrick Cantlay to finish top 10 plus 280. He's sneaky top 5 to top 10 upside this year. He's finished, his last 3 finishes are 12th, 5th, and 4th. He's been super consistent at River Highlands, and I just think top 10, just because his recent performances have been so good, is a pretty good bet here this weekend. Top 20 is also kind of a lock for Cantlay. He's finished tied for 13th or better in 6 straight years at this tournament, so that's also a sneaky play if you want to bump it down to top 20 for Patrick Cantlay. But those are the 5 plays I'm liking for this weekend at the Travelers. Probably will have a couple like round specific plays as well that come out over the weekend, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure that you are following me over on Twitter for all those, and just to stay up to date on all those plays for the Travelers tournament. But other than that, I don't think there's much else to cover. I do know that I think the U.S. is playing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, U.S. is playing Turkey tomorrow at 10 Eastern. So it's definitely a late one, but they're only minus 105 on the money line. So I might have to bet on the U.S. tomorrow, like I've been doing. They cashed last time, and some of these anytime goal scorers also look pretty juicy. This Balogun, plus 155. He's been all over the field during this World Cup for the United States. So have to look forward to that for tomorrow. And I will be back on Friday. More picks, plays. Like I said earlier, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the schedule right now. Just giving out all my picks, plays for that night and possibly the day after as well. So I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, and I will see you